Good morning, you all. Happy Easter from Moab, Utah, one of my favorite places. I'm going to show you as we drive through Moab what you get if you come on holiday vacation here. The super outdoor place. This is your view as you get down, dropping in from the south side to the north side. Oh, you don't like that sign, do you? There you go. How's that? That'll stop your whinging about the sign. Anyway, what we want to talk about today is the industry and the way it's going. And my favourite thing, let's talk about the goddamn brokers and what they're doing for the industry, which is not a lot. It came to light because this particular load I'm on, I loaded it south Texas in a little place called Freeport, which is, as you can imagine, a port that comes in down very bottom of Texas. Houston. I think it's just south of Houston there. But right, remember this, it is 2,300 miles. So this is what happens with brokers. Brokers, you don't get them in England or Europe because you talk to the shipper talks to you, and you do a load, you regard a price, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and away you go with it. Happy days, everybody's happy, the delivery gets done, the shipper pays you, and shit. But no, here, the shipper contacts the broker then the shipper pays the broker gets X amount of money, and then he sits at home, puts it on a load board, and takes a large chunk of the money out of it and then distributes it offers it up on the internet to anybody who wants it. But what I've noticed over the small amount of time I've been here, 7 years, with the rates dropping drastically, is the brokers basically getting greedy. And the way they're doing that is, there's a good pub, Blue Pig, that's a good night in there. They have groups on a Friday and Saturday, and yeah. And you, and there's the, what is it, just a bit further down as well, you've got the Moab Brewery, which is pretty good. Be careful of the IPAs though. They have a 9% IPA. You won't want to be drinking many of those and going on a full bender all night. That's just back there, just on the left hand side. Anyway, let's stick to track. The broker then takes a large amount of money out, puts it on the board, a load it this time. Bear in mind, this load is off the dock. This boat's been in a while, and but they already have the delivery time set up. Keep that in mind, right? So they've got the delivery time already set up. This particular load was out for $4,800, 4,700, 4,800 on the board at first, yeah? So right, it stays there for several days because nobody wants to do it at that price unless somebody's desperate to get home or something like that. Nobody's going to take it. It's 2,300 miles. You're running backwards at that. Right. Then all of a sudden they start to put the price up as it's getting closer to the delivery time. When they're on the last minute delivery, it went up to 5,300. And I'm talking to another guy who was there. You got to put all this together. Remember this. Another man was there loading the exact same load from the same broker as me for the same price and everything. When I got the load and I looked at it and I saw that it was the first thing you need to do. So what happens is my dispatch called me up and say, Vernon, I've got this load, it's X amount, do you want it or not? It goes to there. Yeah, send me the details, let me have a look. So yes, I agreed to the price, all looks good. As soon as I get the details, I find the date. It was to load on Thursday and deliver on Sunday, 2,300 miles away, Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. So that's straight away. Nope, that can't be done. You can't get there. That's over 700 mile plus days. Not going to happen. It's bank holiday thingy. You've got to take all this into consideration. We're still in winter and shit like that. Easy, he's got some bad boy wheels, hasn't he? So you've got to take all that into consideration. It's not going to happen. Before you put that load on, you must contact that broker. And you say, hey, these delivery times aren't going to happen, can we reschedule? Yeah, okay, we'll reschedule. If you put that load on without talking to the broker, there's a good chance they will have your pants down, and you know what will happen then. They're going to put the late fee fine on you, reschedule fine on you. All of a sudden, you're losing 500, 600 bucks down the line, and you sat with a load on your back with a reefer running. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up there, aren't you? So you must contact the broker and just explain, you know, these delivery times are wrong because it's the broker that's done it. They put the load out cheap at first, rather than putting it up there so it could be loaded earlier. For another example, this load I've got on, and the colleague, remember the rookie driver I was talking about, the rookie driver, the colleague, the other driver, same load is loading. His load as well was taken off the dock because they need space on the dock, they've got other boats coming in, and was taken to a separate storage, which a lot of the loads were, because they've been left that long. So we loaded out of a separate warehouse just near the dock. Yep, right. So then it needs to be rescheduled. So I explained to the broker, I can't do it there, blah blah blah, it's got to be this time. Okay, not a problem, we'll reschedule it. But you need to be rescheduling for the very next day, not the Thursday, Friday, or 3 days after that, otherwise you want extra money kind of thing, you know what I mean, because you're going to be sat there. So all right, I've got it rescheduled for the Monday. Then I talked to my new friend, who's a rookie driver, only been driving 6 months. I said, you aren't going to get there for that date, are you? How are you going to do it? Oh, I've got to be there. My boss tells me I've got to be there. Oh right, he works for a mega carrier, one of the big ones. Oh, well, you can't do that legally, you know. Well, I've got to get there, I've got to get there. Okay, you know, you've got to get there. So now, this poor rookie driver is all stressed, and he's been pushed. This, bear in mind, this is to do with the broker. This all stems basically from the broker being tight with the price, putting it up first. So now we've got some rookie driver out on the road who is getting pushed to get that load there. So he's going to have to do something untoward with his E-load. He's going to have to, otherwise he ain't going to get there. Which puts danger on the road, I think. You know, when I aren't blowing my own trumpet, but I've been doing it a lot of years, so you tend to think, look, sod that. I've been there, I've done that bending the rules and shit like that and what have you, which wasn't too bad back in the 80s, 90s and things like that. You could hide things, you could sling your taco and stuff like that. Now everything is logged on there. Everything everywhere throughout the world is logged down, so it can all be seen. Everybody can see it 6, 8 months, 9 months down the road. So, you know, you do that one thing now, you can get in trouble 9 months down the road. And all of a sudden your $5,300 you got paid for this load is going even more down because you've got to pay a fine on it on top. Don't do it. What I'm saying is just don't do it. Don't give them the satisfaction. Why should you? It's just bully tactics, it really is. And next one I want to talk about, old school truckers. The old school truckers are always saying to me, it's not like it used to be, the times in which they are. The times are changing, they really are. We've got a lot of new kids coming into the industry, especially over here. I've seen it changing a lot over the 7 years, a hell of a lot. And you get a lot of East Indians coming into Canada, and any foreigners basically, but there is a lot of East Indians because it's an easy ticket to get out of their own country. And you can't blame the guys, you know, and gals for wanting to get out of their shit beat, they're not doing too well country to better themselves for them and the family. So they get into these mega carriers who support all their benefits, all their training, everything like that. 3 weeks they took them out the road. They promise them a shitload of money and everything that they're going to give them. They give them jack shit. I want to see wage slips. I hear this as well. Right, I know there's some English drivers as well who driven for the Canadians and things like that, and they tell me they can earn all this money and stuff like that. Show me your wage slip. Show me the wage slip, because I don't believe you can earn more staying in England than you can out there. Don't get me wrong, it is an experience driving Canada, obviously, into the US, but the majority of them mega companies, they're going to pull your panties down. You know what they're going to do then? So you don't want to look at my mug, do you? Do the research on that one, because I'm still getting lots of people interested in coming over and doing the stuff. It's a 2-year thing. If you've got enough money, if you're a single person, absolutely ideal job. If you've got a family to support and you intend bringing them over at the same time as you doing the training thing and the 2 years, I would strongly not recommend that. I would not recommend that at all. They aren't going to be bothered whether you're home or not, whether your family's there and stuff like that. They couldn't give 2 hoots about you. They really couldn't. Well, this is 90% of the companies are like that. Remember, it's minimum profit, maximum turnover they're on. So they aren't bothered about you kind of thing, but you're stayed in for it for 2 years. Got to keep up with this one. Then there's the other one, the other aspect of the new driver. I see a lot of England, which is owned by Knights, which is all fucking, they're all the same cack. All these mega companies. They come in and they're doing the trunk runs, the drop and hook. Now, don't get me wrong, you can earn a shitload of money on that. I like to talk to people and get their opinions and hear what they're saying and stuff like that. The majority of the people who I talk to who are doing team driving are in it for 2 years. They have no, they don't have the love for the job or anything like that. There ain't a great lot coming in anymore that have a love for the job. I probably meet, I don't know, a handful of people a month that I think, oh yeah, you really like the job, kind of thing, you're going to stick at it. Whereas before, when I was a kid, it was different. You were in it, you loved it, you were in it for it. That's why you began